Hello everyone, welcome back to English with Lena. So today we're gonna look into how to prepare right before the IELTS test date. Okay, so first of all, you should practice at home. Try to mimic the real exam situation as much as you can. So for example, like you can have some problem as in like you may feel nervous, you may feel some certain kind of pressure, and also the test room should be quiet, right? So you should allocate a quiet room right in your home or maybe to the library, I say. So you can have some real space for you to do the test, all right? Another thing is that sometimes you may have some voice, like internal voice inside your head. You may think about like a series of different things all together. So what you can do with that kind of feeling is that you can just let it go in the practice test as well while you're doing it at home. And then try to sort of like navigate your mind back onto the test, all right? Because that can happen in the real test as well. In my real test, I think about what I'm gonna cook for dinner. Or also I would think about, oh, what if I get a very high score? What should I do? You know, like silly thoughts like that can, I don't know, just appear out of the blue. So get used to that and get used to how to just concentrate, how to just give the test your 100% attention. Okay, so the second point is about eating and drinking. So what I mean by that is first, you should eat well before the test, all right? So that you can be full. You're not gonna have any problem, like you just feel so hungry and then you cannot perform your best, okay? Another thing is with drinking. So in the test, they will allow you to bring a clear bottle of water to the test. And that bottle, what I mean by clear, that not just only it has to be see-through, but also it should not have any packaging. So like an Aquafina bottle of water, you have to remove the Aquafina branding, like the cover of it. So when you drink water in the test room, be careful because the rule about when you can go to the toilet is quite tricky. So you can go to the loo not during the listening test, only in the middle of your reading test or in the middle of your writing test. So the problem is that if you the thing is that you only have 1 hour for each of the session, reading and writing, right? And it's already like very much like demanding. Okay, so you have to use your precious time for reading or writing. Instead of doing those activities, you use those to go to the toilet, all right? So if you drink too much water, that can be the problem because you are not allowed to go to the toilet during the time that the invigilators giving you the next test paper, like reading or writing, all the time that they're collecting your listening and reading paper. You cannot use that time to go to the loo. That's a problem. So be careful, don't drink too much water if you know that you're gonna need the toilet at some point. Another thing is that the day before the exam, you should do whatever that put your mind at ease. So there is no point in cramming all of the knowledge, all of the information right, like one day right before the test date. That's really just no point. You should give yourself a certain schedule. How do you create that schedule? I will link the another video on top here. So the thing is that with this schedule, maybe you have 1 week or 1 month, but at least give yourself some time to prepare for the test thoroughly. All right. So the day right before the test, you can do some exercises or some kind of sports that you love, maybe like swimming or yoga, something that is not too heavy. All right. So all the test rules that I'm going to cover here is that you should, this is not really a rule, but is like a rule of thumb, you should be on time. Don't just barely get there right before the test start, because that just put you in a very undesirable situation. You're gonna feel anxious. You're gonna feel like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna get there, you're gonna breathe heavily like me right now, honestly. So basically, just give yourself plenty of time to explore the test hall. Maybe you can know where you're gonna do the test, where's your test room, and also where's the toilet. The same problem like I mentioned before. So if you need to use it, of course you need to go, right? So if you have to use your precious time for reading and writing to go to the loo, then you will know where it is because you already explored the area beforehand. Then it's gonna save you a lot of time. Another thing is that you for the watch that you can bring in. So back in 2019, when I did the test, at that time they still allowed you to use like analog watch inside the test. But back in 2020, they no longer allowed you to bring any watch, even just the analog one, not even the digital one. So no watch inside the test room. So what does that mean? Is that at home, you should practice with a digital timer for the reading and the writing session, okay? So you can realistically see that number and how you divide your time, how you allocate the time for each of the session carefully. So with that in mind, like in the real test, even you do a computer-based test or a paper-based test, it's the same thing. You are either going to have a very big digital timer right in front of you for the paper-based one, or for the other one, the computer-based, you have like a small digital timer on your screen, okay? So practice with that. So again, it's all about the mindset of like what the real test is going to look like and try to mimic that environment so you can be more familiar with it and do your best. Okay, so that's this for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please click the like and subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye for now.